Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Red Bull Ring here in Austria for round 12 of the 2011 FIA Formula 2 Championship. We're away. Jack Clark had a little bit of a jump start potentially, but anyway, up at the front, Ramon's got a great start and he's looking towards the inside line. Is he going to take the lead away from Christopher Zanella? Mihai Marinescu is up into third place, past Bortolotti. No, Bortolotti holds it around the outside. Aman Ibrahim spins in the midfield and collects Jack Clark, who loses his front wing. Everyone else sneaks through okay by the looks of things, but Zanella is still coming under pressure from Ramon Pinheiro. Up the hill towards turn 2. Is Ramon going to break early and try and get the cut back? We'll have to wait and see. Through the corner they come. Snegerev is up to fourth. Zanella goes wide. Ramon Pinheiro takes the lead. Bortolotti's in there as well. We've got a spinner at the back. That's Miki Monras is facing the wrong way. So the man to watch, according to James Gornall, is out at turn 2. But now it's side by side between Bortolotti and Zanella, and Bortolotti's through. So a disastrous couple of corners for Christopher Zanella. He went in too deep on the brakes, and then he's going to be under pressure from Mihai Marinescu. There we've got Bacchetta battling with fellow newcomer Rene Binder. But what happened to Miki Monras up there at turn 2? Here's a replay of the start. I think we're just going to see, oh, someone gets out of shape. It's Ibrahim just gets out of shape on the brakes. Jack Clark has nowhere to go and clouts into him, really.
That was almost as if Armand forgot to brake. He went very tight to go for a gap, and then it looked like maybe on a downshift the rear wheel snatched, so not a particularly good idea from him there.
And what? Monras just lost it himself.
On his own. That's unbelievable. He's a very, very good driver, Mickey. I'd expect him not to do that. Well,
so that's not good news for Miki Monras. No contact at all with anyone up there at turn 2. But as they come across the line at the end of the first lap, the tractor gets in our way as he goes to collect the stricken car of Aman Ibrahim. So we've got waved yellows up there. It's Ramon Pinheiro leading, Bortolotti second, Zanella third, then Marinescu fourth, Snegerev fifth. Benjamin Lariche has snuck his way up into 6th place. It's past Hakevold, the big loser, really, down in 8th position after starting in 5th place, and now he could be coming under pressure from someone behind him. It's another puncture for Alex Brundle. He picked up one in the first race of the season, but that rear left is going to need a change, and I fear he may have been involved in contact, really, to pick up a puncture like that. As they head down towards the Schlossgold corner once again, Snegerev and Lariche, you can see they're running. Snegerev in the silver car with the red stripes, Lariche behind in the white machine with the French colours emblazoned all over it. The man in the car that's sponsored by Quick. Ramon Pinheiro out in front once more, and Jack Clark into the pit. So I said maybe Clark and Brundle would try and work their way up the order together, but unfortunately they've just ended up in the pit lane together. And that is a very hot rear right brake by the looks of things for James Cole. The engineers and mechanics having a look at it, but it looks as though James Cole, who picked up points yesterday with a 9th place finish, won't be finishing this one today. Kelvin Schnooks and Benjamin Lariche continuing to battle over 6th position. It's a good scrap between them as they turn through the Red Bull Mobile corner, 82 miles an hour onto the start straight. But here comes Snooks. He's got a good slipstream and is looking to the outside as they climb up towards the hill. It's going to be a difficult one to pull off around the outside. Lariche will just hold his line on the inside. Snooks has gone around the outside, goes off the curve, off the circuit. That's going to be an interesting one, isn't it? So will he decide to let Lariche back through? Because I mean, he did kind of gain an advantage by going all 4 wheels over the white line, but we'll have to wait and see. As we can see, Ramon now has a 2-second lead. Here's Zanella and Marinescu. Marinescu on the outside in the challenge for 3rd place. Doesn't make the move stick, but he was obviously right up alongside Christopher Zanella, and now he's going to be close and in the slipstream on the run down into Schlossgold. Again, Zanella looks to the inside line, so Marinescu's going to be hard pushed to get around the outside, but he's got a great run and he makes the move stick. Zanella takes a wide line into Schlossgold. Is that going to give him a good exit and have a look into the Audi corner? He's tucked right underneath, but Marinescu at the moment has moved up into 3rd position. A great scrap here into Audi Ultra. These cars, of course, powered by Audi engines, as they now make their way down into Lauda.
That was beautiful driving from Mihai. He put his car exactly where it needed to be to make sure that Christopher could not defend that position.
Absolutely. So how quickly now can Luciano close in on Benjamin Lariche? What lap times are they doing? Well, it looks like they're doing similar on the last lap. What are their best laps like? Luciano Bacchetta's best lap is a 1:23.9. Benjamin Lariche's is a 1:24.1. So ultimately, Luciano Bacchetta appears to have the pace. Outside the top 10, then we've got Julian Theobald in 11th. Miki Monras is now up into 12th place. Yes, he's just got past Rene Binder, and he's not too far off the points now, Miki Monras, is he? He's some 3 seconds behind Julian Theobald, but lapping well, that last lap doesn't really tell us. What's Miki Monras' best lap is a 23.1, so he could potentially lap about 0.6 of a second quicker than the drivers in front of him. So don't be too surprised if Miki Monras is challenging for some points come the end of the race after his spin up at turn 2 on the first lap, completely unaided. He just lost the back end under power down in second gear for that corner. You wonder if he maybe would have flicked down to first if everyone's a bit slower up there on the first lap, flick it to first to try and get a more torque on the exit, but spun it.
Well, first would be a little bit low, I think. It might have just got caught out. The rear tyres might not have been as hot as he thought they were, and all he had to do is try to pull it tight to avoid another car, and round he goes. Yeah,
absolutely. So Christopher Zanella still lying in 4th place, so this is going to give Bortolotti 18 points and Zanella 12, so it's going to be another 6 points extended at the top of the championship for Mirko Bortolotti, which is Hegerwald again pushed onto the grass on the inside on the run up to turn 2. He's gone for exactly the same move again. Bacchetta is now with Mikkel Mack. Snegerev goes wide, and surely Hegerwald takes that position. Yes, he does. So that late manoeuvre up the inside, although it was a bit bandity, it put Snegerev off, which sent him a little bit wide. Here's the replay, and he was almost alongside, but very close to being on the grass as well.
Yeah, Max was giving no quarter there. He tried to move out to give him some space, but jinked him at the last second, and it was just too tight. You're never going to get round there, and it was obvious as soon as they entered the corner that Tobias was going to take that.
Absolutely. So Hegerwald moves into 6th position. Behind it all looked like it was getting pretty exciting as well, so maybe we'll cut back to that unless Snegerev can continue with the battle. Mikkel Mack is past Luciano Bacchetta now as they cross the line. Miki Monras is past Julian Theobald as well, so we've had 2 changes of position. Mikkel Mack up to 9th, Bacchetta down to 10th, Monras up to 11th, Julian Theobald down to 12th. But Ramon Pinheiro still out there in the lead of this race. Car 8 now getting a warning flag, which is Plamen Kralev going off the circuit at turns 1 and turns 8. He was in trouble for that in first qualifying. Here's Sung Hak Mun now battling with Johannes Theobald. This is a good drive from Sung Hak Mun. Theobald's going to get the cutback though, and they're going to go side by side up towards turn 2. Hasn't quite got enough of an overlap, and it's going to be very, very interesting. He'll tuck back into the slipstream now, just get a little more burst of slipstream, and then late on the brakes from Theobald. Is he going to make it through? Yes, he is. So he holds on to that 16th position, and it's the two drivers that have emerged as the dominant force in this closing stage of the season, with Zanella and Miki Monras both showing flashes of early promise, but these two really in the last few races have consistently been up at the front. We've got 3 retirements so far today. 4 I think actually. Aman Ibrahim, Jack Clark, Alex Brundle and Sung Hak Mun, and James Cole. I'm not sure if James Cole came back out after we saw him in the brakes with a hot rear wheel, but Ramon Pinheiro comes out of the final corner for the final time. It's going to be a perfect weekend for Ramon. 2 wins, and he's won 3 of the last 3 races. He takes the checkered flag here at the Red Bull Ring. Mirko Bortolotti finishes in 2nd place, setting the fastest lap of the race on that final lap. Fantastic performance from Bortolotti to pick up another 2nd. Mihai Marinescu comes home in 3rd place. So our podium is exactly the same as yesterday, but it was a very different race indeed. Still, these battles rage on, but I think it's all over because Benjamin Lariche, unless he makes a mistake into the final corner, isn't going to get taken by Mikkel Mack. Out to the final corner they come. Lariche holds on to that 8th position just ahead of Mikkel Mack. What about Bacchetta and Monras? It's going to be nose to tail, but Bacchetta does take it then. That 10th position, that final point by just less than 0.3 of a second.
Ramon, well done. You're absolutely on fire. 3 on the trot now.
Well, yeah, man, I tried to take each race at each time. Just could get 3 wins today. I think was my hardest race, that I won. Mirko was pushing like a mad, and I had to do the same to get the win. So it was like 26 laps of qualifying laps all the time, and it's hard in the head, but just could get the gap, stay on it, and take it back home.
You were really consistent throughout that whole race. Was it difficult?
It's very tough. I mean, especially because we were pushing both really hard, and to be consistent when you just run the limit is completely tough.
Well done, Ramon.